Marooned on Triton.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to more Marooned on Triton. So, last episode, we did some upgrades, or I guess really rebuilt the hovercraft. Did a little lap around to make sure it worked. Today, we're going to actually use it for its intended purpose of doing some salvaging. We'll probably start moving some of the base in, but there might be a little something a little more pressing coming very quickly. Okay, so that's looking... Ooh. That fella's close. I feel like they've not come that close before. It might be coming down my side of the mountain. I don't like that. Here. Let's go ahead. Let's move this up into the entrance of the tunnel. Ooh, it is a little bumpy up here. But that should keep it safe. Now that we've seen, I assume... Yeah, that's what was crashed over there, was one of those scout bots. They aren't too big, but... they definitely feel like they're bigger than what I can handle with a pistol. I guess I don't have to handle it with a pistol. Let's remote into this. Yeah, it's real close. Seems to be maintaining... Okay, it's getting a little further away. Is that on our side of the mountain? Looks like it might be behind this. Oh. Yeah, it's here. Okay. It doesn't seem to care about us. Oh. Huh. Okay. Apparently it didn't care about much. It didn't even notice the mountain. Right. Where... So that was up over there? Well, I intended to go and salvage that wreck, but... go while the going's good. Let's go see if we can grab this one. This will be a slightly different first test. I have to go a bit more up a mountain than this is really designed for, but... let's see if we can't find any remains of that thing. Huh. I am noticing we seem to drift heavily to the right. We don't actually have very much movement thrust. That's interesting. Yeah, this thing's barely moving at all. Huh. Okay, well, maybe we were a little bit, over-enthusiastic on declaring this a success. Worked much better in the dream. Why is that happening? That's very odd. Huh. Well, maybe this, with the wheels in the position they are, isn't actually gonna be the solution. Maybe they do need to be pointing down. 'Cause yeah, it's not much point if the, if you can only go 17 meters per second. I might as well be using the wheels to drive. Now, where was it up here? In fact, I'm gonna need to use the wheels to drive. Oh, I wonder. Oh, okay, it was the brake. So I guess the brake affects the wheels even when they are... even if their friction's set low. Interesting. Now... oh, hold on. I see something smoking down there. Maybe it hit and rolled down the mountain? Let's see. Need to put the... ooh, put the things up. Okay, this is kind of terrifying going down a mountain. I have very little control here. That's why we have the brake. Okay, well that's good to know that the brake just kind of works in general. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's hit the brakes and go in on... it looks dead. It's a lot of fire. No need to risk it. Oh no, these things could blow up or something. It doesn't look like it fared too well. That other one's in much better condition. Yeah. Thruster is nearly killed. Battery's dead. Most of it's dead. Huh. These things almost don't seem quite fit for flight around here. I wonder if they weren't originally designed for the cold. Huh. Well, it seems thoroughly disabled, so throw it on here and see how well... ooh, I did just realize I probably want a... maybe even a couple mag plates on the deck here just to hold any of this stuff. Because I'm not 100% sure how well I'll be able to get this back home. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Position ourselves right beside it. That should be good. And now... we crane. Now, since I'm not holding myself steady, probably want to turn that off. Maybe... come on, there we go. Redo the auto lock on that one. Probably want this at full extension. Maybe do this at full extension. Or at that extension. Okay. Oh, and we got it. Just barely. Yeah, these crane mechanisms really do work well. Let's bring you back in. Get it as close to center of mass as we can, then we'll just kind of dangle it over the deck. Raise that up just a little more to make sure we don't whack ourselves. Then swing it over. Yeah, so if we have mag plates on the deck... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, that's a slight downside. No, 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 no. Controls are finicky. That should be about in the middle. That's a slight downside that you can't... Maybe from this angle? Yes. So you just have to... That's the wheel. Ah. Dang it. Paul, I feel like this stuff was working a whole lot easier before I took that nap.
The cold causes some difficulties for my sensors. I do apologize.
That should be alright. Yeah. A little salvage machine. Let's get back down on the ice so we can move with some speed. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit of a downside. I may want to re-enable that hinge. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay. Come here, you floppy fella. There we go. That should at least hold us in place. And now... off we go. Yeah, that's better. So, okay. So I actually don't really... the being able to control the friction does help a little bit. Though knowing that I can control it directly with the brake is nice. I think I still want all of those controls, but it's good to know. In truth, I'm not actually moving much more quickly than I would if I had wheels, but I feel like I have the capability to move quickly if need be, which is just as important. There's another one of those cargo bots. Put on the brake. Okay, you do have to up the friction a bit if you want to make use of the handbrake effectively. Yeah, so I would need all of the controls. Okay. Well, that's one thing. Again, I think it's just scrap. This thruster's kaput.
I think I may be able to help with that.
Oh, what was that?
I have been analyzing the operation of thrusters while you have been operating your vehicle. I believe I can now assist with repairs of existing thrusters.
Okay, well, that's handy.
I will not be able to build new thrusters. We still lack the blueprint. I can at least assist with repairs.
Okay. Well, so then this is actually decently valuable because that's one more thruster. Right. Let's maybe make a little dumping ground then. Kind of right over here where I seem to be building everything. Okay, so I'll want to keep the thruster intact here. And then... oh, that's There we go. Nope. Nope. There we go. So, keep the thruster itself intact. I can scrap everything else. But even if I can just strap that thing onto something, I should be able to make use of it. Send that right on up. Send that down. Straighten that out. That should be good. Do one final lower to the ground. And unlock it. Okay. Well, we're on a roll here, and frankly, moving all this stuff is going to be a pain in the buttocks. So, I suppose let's go and grab the other one while we're out. Hopefully having these at the base won't, like, call more of those things to me. I don't know if they have some sort of transponder signal. That one seemed mostly dead, so I don't think there's much it could do. If I recall, this one had an antenna operating. That seems to be gone now. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Okay, I'm definitely moving quicker over this ice and feel pretty confident. I don't know if that's ill-founded or not, but yeah, I think there's some value in a hovercraft. You can up that to slow yourself. Yep, thing is still here. This is going to be a heck of a salvage job. I guess we'll just kind of put ourselves in the hole and hope we don't fall. It's at a bit of an angle. But this one has way more thrusters, so 5 it looks like. Counting this damaged one, which I suppose I can repair now. So, it's almost in position already. We'll just kind of reach out with the arm and pick it up. Okay, it's heavy. I should be able to just slide it in. It'll be perfectly level. I forgot to build the plates again. I wonder. I mean, the thrusters are really all I care about on this thing. What do you need for one of the mag plates? Or even they're under this. Not much. I bet I can find some motors and construction components. Yeah, so we'll put those there. Maybe have a group for them. Like so. And then once I build them, I can make use of that. But that'll let me lock and unlock them from the cockpit. That should work well. Does this have any ammo still in it? Am I going to be able to get back on my craft? It'll be fine, I'm sure. I really only need one of these built. It looks like I got 2. Will I get a 3rd? I sure will. Okay, well, easy as pie. That's real quick. I have switch lock. Then the auto lock on off. So we'll have them auto lock just so I can drop it on. But it'll be more convenient later when I have to reconnect the crane. If I can turn that off. Okay. That should be over some of the mag plates. Nope. Drop it like there. And then unlock that. Bring the crane back up. Well, we can just leave it hovering over there, I believe. Yeah. Another salvage operation. Okay. Now we'll kind of wheel ourselves around. Get back onto ice and then head for home. Okay, yeah, I'm pleased with this thing. There is some oddness to it. And I am wary of the fact that, I don't know, it's more stable than the last one for sure. But I don't know if I'd quite define it as stable. I don't know if I fully trust it, but it seems to be doing right so far. And we're moving at quite the speed. Go ahead and get the wheels ready. Do some braking. Yeah, having that, being able to actually stop it with the brake is very handy. And honestly, the fact that engaging the wheels with just a little bit of friction, it means that it starts tracking straight. So like right now, I can steer it almost like a car, and it works pretty well. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll get this unloaded, and then off we go to the races. Oh, no. Well, that's one way to move. There's something to be careful with this rig, I suppose. It can kind of move itself in ways unnatural. As long as I go slow and remember to try and avoid that as best I can, we should be alright. Okay. That should be good for now. Just turn off that and maybe make a... make a quick lights group. Lagerts. That's fine. Yeah. Nope, come on. Yeah, that should work. Okay. I'm pleased. How much power does it have? 1 day. That should be alright. In the meantime, I'll have to figure out some way to get it charging. Some sort of connector somewhere. So, as the fog sets in, how to move this stuff. That is a challenge. Because unfortunately, I can't really just pick it up and move it. I'll kind of need to take what's here, so duplicate it over in the tunnel, and then keep going. How are we doing? How much stone? None. Okay, that's good. So we've processed all the stone. We have 18,000 kilograms of iron. 2 kilograms silicon. Yeah, so we've got a good amount of stuff. That's good. And then 14k more in there, okay. And 100... we're doing pretty good. Okay. Oh, in fact, we could do some consolidating. And that's step 1. Let's consolidate everything into one cargo container. Because then what I can do is move the second cargo container. We could do this a little quicker. So I can essentially take the other cargo container apart, move it into the cave, and then that becomes our, that becomes the basis of the new base. Thought the gravel was getting thrown. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, ice can stay there. Okay. Everything is in this container, I think. I guess what we do, start tearing everything down. Kind of get back down to the basics. Or maybe this structure. Once I can take this off, move it in. I need to get the drills off too, though. Yeah, so we might as well tear down the non-essentials. Yeah, so that one's empty. That's good. Maybe... do I tear the drills down first, or do I move the cargo container first? Because if I move this cargo container, I can put some of the equipment from the drills in it. That may speed up the drill tear down. Yeah, let's do it. Now that we aren't actively mining stone, it's not like I need 2 of them anyway. The only reason it was there was for, some extra room while things got processed. Yeah, this is a mighty cavern. Now I do have to think about... I'm gonna want to be able to keep drilling this hole. Let's get our cargo container out. That should... is that aligned to the tunnel? Yes, it is. So if I kind of put this one partially in the wall, so that's the end right there. I need enough room for a piston, some drills, and then probably a block or two extra for piping. So let's move it back 6. Yeah. So that'll go there. We should still, yeah, just have access to the ports. And that should be at a good spot. If I build everything coming off this side, similar to how the base is out there, I should be able to set up a drill thing and then drill even deeper into the mountain. And then that's where we will build our actual home. I want this nice long tunnel. I'll probably end up using all of it, but I'd kind of like the main bulk of the base to be deeper in, just so I have room to build. Oh, come on. Well, I should probably put the rest of what I'm carrying in here before I go back out. There is also another one of those signal things real close this time, so now the hovercraft is functional. Maybe we go and grab that. See what it's about. See if it has a thruster too. Oh, and at some point I'll want to actually process these things and see if I can't move the thrusters somewhere onto this. Would that be beneficial? I feel like it would be nice to have like a thruster or two out each side. Do I want more thrust pushing forward? I don't feel like I need it, really. So maybe I just take 2 thrusters off of this stuff. Stick 1 out each side. I may have to raise my cockpit up a bit. Hopefully it doesn't cook this wheel. Maybe if I put it here or even here. Yeah, or back here I could do. Either way, we'll figure that out. Let's go and get us a signal. Now, it looks like it's out on the ice, so should be fairly easy. Oh. Looks like it didn't fare too well either. Oh, it does. Look at that. It does have a thruster, though. Nearly dead, but okay. Do I still get fun surprise? I sure do. What do you have in you? A little bit of something. Well, since it is so badly damaged, we'll just pick it up, bring it on home with us. Yeah, at this rate, I'm gonna end up with more thrusters than I need. I wonder what would be beneficial? I may have enough to build some sort of little scouting drone or combat drone. Heck, I could maybe look into repairing the drone that's mostly intact here. I may have enough to get this thing operating again. Because the battery's intact. What caused it to drop? Yeah, it's still got power in it. It shut off. Huh. Oh, I wonder if it didn't have... That's right, I think it brained itself. Whatever computer systems should keep it flying are no longer here. But, I mean, it's got all the things. The only thing it's missing is forward thrust. No, it's got forward thrust. Yeah, it doesn't have thrust. Again, assuming this is the bottom. Maybe this isn't the bottom, maybe... Well, no, because there's no thrust the other way. But I guess I could make this the bottom, or the top, and then flip these around. So that's going to be tricky. I don't know. Point being, I think this is salvageable, and then I could have my own armed drone, and I could use to maybe go after some of those combat shipments, or cargo shipments. Again, I think this just needs a brain, and it should operate. I'll have to figure out a way to flip it over, but this one I could just scrap. Maybe use the one thruster off it, and the one off this, to add the thrusters here, and then I also have a little drone friend. Okay, I like this plan. Maybe we'll do that. We'll get to that later, I think. Let's shut off all the stuff on here. Yeah, that'll be a later thing. For now, let's get this stuff moved. So, whoops. So I think my overall plan with this process... Take these drills apart, and I can use the materials in them to lay out the whole base in here. And it'll more or less mirror the base outside. Or at least have a lot of the same components. Then I can just transfer the components from out there into the stuff in here as I need it. Ooh, and then... Let's just get rid of this. And then, for the base battery, which is up here, I can get it loose, use the hover barge to move it up in there, and then attach it, sort of like how I attached it to this base. And it should, if I go up, we'll see how much juice it has. It seems to be doing alright. The numbers seem a little incorrect, but it seems to be mostly full, with the power from the wind turbines and the engine. Which, speaking of... Yeah, the engine's on. It's currently not even being used, because the base isn't doing much. Ooh. That is the downside, though. I don't think I can move... Yeah, the engine's in the ground. I don't think I can move the hydrogen out of this engine. Here, maybe what we can do... Okay. Hydrogen engine. I can't set it not to use the conveyor system. I was hoping if I could tell it not to pull any more hydrogen in, I could set the battery to recharge, have the engine run the base, just burn off the hydrogen that's in it, which will keep the battery fully charged for transferring into the new base, and then I can keep the ice that's in the O2H2 generator from being used. So I guess what I could do is just go ahead and manually transfer it. Yeah. Because if I put all the ice I have left in the new container, I can do that, and I won't worry about losing all the ice I have. Because once I'm in here, I'm not going to be able to use the wind power or solar power unless I build some sort of tower out the side, which actually I may do. Maybe I'll build some towers coming up on either side at the entrance here, because it's not like this is well hidden. So I could have here with some wind towers going across, and then maybe another turret over there, and maybe some turrets attached to this structure, so that they can be piped up to the whole system. In fact, I may move these turrets and do that. Yeah, that may be a good future endeavor. Okay. I've got a good bit of ice lying around. So that should be enough to keep an engine running for base power in here for a bit. And then long term, I can go with the external wind farm solution. Yeah, this is exciting. Goes back and forth. No, there's going to be a whole lot of this. Because if nothing else, this is probably how I'm going to have to transfer the cargo. I may... Ooh, actually, that's a smart idea. For when I have to transfer the cargo from that container, I may build a sort of... basically a small grid container that I can put onto the hover barge and then use that to move stuff, because the hover barge doesn't really have cargo capacity. So that would give me a sort of modular cargo system that I can use for if I need to use, you know, if I just want cargo. Say I'm salvaging something in the field and don't want to bring it back here. Yeah, that's a smart idea. And it'll mean I can fill up that cargo with all the stuff in the main base, drive it up here, and then I have to make fewer trips. Probably have enough. Could start laying out some of the base in here. Figuring out what I need for it. So, let's see, we'll need a refinery. We'll need an assembler. Guess I could use the traditional small one. Oh, actually, no, it's not quite enough room for me to walk underneath it. I'll have to figure that out. But, yeah. Assembler. Ore refinery, actually. If I kind of stick it up there, I can pipe up to it, and that gives me room underneath to walk around, and I could fill some of that with some of the other equipment I'll need. And then I build the assembler sticking off the end. I could have the O2H2 generator right here. That's still easy access, connects to everything. And then the engine can go somewhere else. Okay. Let's just get a bunch of steel. Ah. Okay, I can't quite place it there yet. We'll continue our plan along. If I stick that there, that on top of it, I can run the drill mechanism directly off of this cargo port. And the second cargo container I can stick off the back here, kind of embedded in the wall. That way I don't have to take up room sideways. So, now where is... Okay. So the port's on the bottom. For the assembler... which I could put that way or that way. Well, we'll put it that way. Yeah. Then I could have the engine. Where are you, engine? I could have the engine sticking off the side like this. Or on this side. Maybe this side. Indecisive. That should be good. Because I can access everything from ports here or here, sort of like how I do anyway. Then I've got room over here. I can use merge blocks around here to attach the battery. And I should be able to move and crane it up into position with the hover barge. Then I can have my bed under here somewhere. Yeah. That should work well. Then we'll have all the speed modules on it. Guess I can lay them out. To try and process the stone quickly. I think that's a start. So, now we just have to move everything. I think with that, that's a good place to end the episode. So, yeah, we're making progress. We're moving into the cave. It's exciting. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I've done. And until... until next week, bye-bye!